Hey, Grease.
Where you going, Grease?
Scum?
I got you. What do you guys want? All right, man.
We got you cornered.
Pony! Oh!
Hey there, Miss Sim. It's Pony Boy. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was so late. I'd forgot. I'm calling about the theme assignment for English. How long can it be? Not less than 5 pages. But can it be longer? Longer than 5 pages? As long as I want. It's all in my head. I have to sort it out. First, I have to sort it out. As soon as I get it together. No later than that. Thanks, Miss Sim. Place to begin. I'd gone to a movie. When I stepped out into the bright sunlight from the darkness of that movie house, I had only 2 things in my mind. Paul Newman and a ride home. I wish I looked like Paul Newman. He looks tough and I don't. The other thing, it's a long walk home with no company. But I do it anyway. I like to watch movies undisturbed so I can get into them and live them with the actors. I'm different that way. I mean, my second oldest brother, Soda, he never cracks a book at all, and my oldest brother, Derry, he works way too hard to get into a story or draw in a picture. So, I'm not like them, and nobody in our gang digs books and movies the way I do, so I loan it. And I'm a greaser. Greasers can't walk alone too much or they get jumped by the socials. I'm not sure how you spell that, but it's the abbreviation for the socials, the jet set, the rich kids. We're poorer than the socials, and I reckon we're wilder too. But not like the socials who jump greasers and throw beer blasts. Greasers are almost like hoods. We steal things, drive old souped-up cars, and have gang fights. Well, I don't mean I do. Derry would kill me if I got into trouble with the police. Since Mom and Dad died in a car crash, the 3 of us get to stay together as long as we behave. So Soda and I stay out of trouble as much as we can. But I'm not saying that either the Greases or the Socials are better. It's just the way things are.
Hey, Grease.
How come you're out by yourself, Grease?
Leave me alone!
Couldn't think of it?
We're gonna do you a favor. We're gonna give you a haircut.
I said leave me alone!
You need a haircut, Grease?
No!
We're gonna do you a favor. We're gonna cut it real close. How are we getting just below the chin?
Are you crazy? Derry! Soda!
Shut him up. I see someone.
Derry!
Okay, Grease. Cool, Bob. He's asking. Coming. We're gonna have to give you another appointment. Catch you later.
Pony Boy, are you okay?
No, it's all talk. Nothing.
Cruising the territory.
So, Scum? Are you really okay? You're not hurt?
No, I'm just spooked, that's all. It's nothing compared to what they did to you.
They have to stop jumping us. They have to stop.
Is that in your hand?
It's nothing. Never mind, Pony Boy.
Johnny.
I can't take another beating again, Pony Boy. I can't take it. I get enough from my father.
Are you all right, Pony Boy?
Tell me! Okay, Jerry, quit shaking me, I'm fine.
They didn't cut him.
Come on, Derry.
Sorry.
You're never sorry. Not about anything.
It's okay. You're an okay kid, Pony.
Did you catch him?
No, they got away this time.
I hit the car with a couple of rocks. I don't think they're locked.
I didn't know you were out of jail, Dallas.
Good behavior. Got off early.
No, Pony Boy, what were you doing walking all by your lonesome?
Well, I was walking home from the movies. I didn't think.
You don't ever think. Not at home or anywhere when it counts. You must think at school with all those good grades. You've always got your nose in a book. Do you ever use your head for common sense? No siree, bub. And if you had to go by yourself, you should have carried a blade.
No matter what I did, you wouldn't like it.
Hey, leave my kid brother alone, you hear? It ain't his fault he likes to go to the movies. It ain't his fault that the socials like to jump on us. And if he would have been carrying a blade, wouldn't give him a good reason to cut him to ribbons.
When I want my kid brother to tell me what to do with my other kid brother, I'll ask you, kid brother.
Next time, get one of us to go with you, Pony. Any one of us will.
Hey, speaking of movies, I'm thinking of heading over to the Nightly Double tomorrow night. Anybody want to come and hunt some action?
No time. I'm working.
You're always working.
I've got a choice.
Soda pop.
Picking up Sandy for the game.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Sandy, can you stay?
No,
Things at home? You have to go?
I've got a choice.
2-bit. Johnny, you and Pony want to come?
Well, me and Johnny will go. Is that all right, Derry?
It ain't school night.
Since it isn't a school night,
If I don't get too boozed up, I'll come over and find y'all.
if I ever catch you getting boozed up.
Derry!
He knows boozed up.
Hey, I've seen you lots of times.
When?
Two-Bit is right. Soda gets drunk lots of times at drag races, at the dance, but only he never touches alcohol.
Come on, Sandy.
He don't need alcohol. He gets drunk on just plain living.
Yeah, probably. I'll come over and find y'all.
Hey, Two-Bit, if you're walking toward my place, if you're heading that direction, could I part way?
Happens I'll be going right by your place, Johnny Cake. Right by your door.
Thanks, Two-Bit.
Y'all remember how Johnny looked after the socials beat him up? How come they hate us so much?
That's just how it works. We're greasers.
Well, I'm reading Great Expectations for English, and that kid Pip, he reminds me of us. The way he's marked lousy because he ain't a gentleman or anything, and the way that girl kept looking down on him.
Pony, it's only a book.
Well, it happened to me once. One time in biology, I was dissecting a worm, and, well, the razor wasn't cut, so I kind of used my switchblade.
Pony!
I forgot what I was doing, or I would have never have done it. The minute I flicked it out, this girl right beside me kind of gasped and said, "They are right. You are a hood."
A Soch. Was she even pretty?
She looked real good in yellow. Oh. Don't tell Derry I said that. He'll say I wasn't thinking again.
Probably would, but when he hollers at you, you don't mean nothing.
Like heck.
Hey, I gotta get home before my mother gets angry. I don't want to miss that game tomorrow.
Pick you up at home?
Better meet me. I'll be at the Dingo.
She's different.
From what?
The only girls that'll look at greasers. Tough, loud girls with too much eye makeup and who swear too much. I like Sandy.
She doesn't have it easy. She got school, a job, and nothing but trouble at home.
Soda,
Yeah?
how come you dropped out of school? I could hardly stand it when you left school.
Because I was dumb. The only thing I was passing was auto mechanics and gym.
You're not dumb.
I am, and shut up. And I'll tell you something. Don't tell Derry.
All right.
I think I'm gonna marry Sandy. After you get out of school and I get a better job and everything. If I wait till you get out of school, though, so I can help Derry with the bills.
Tough enough. Only wait till I get out so you can keep Derry off my back.
I told you. He doesn't mean half of what he says. He gets really proud of you because you're brainy.
Sure.
Maybe we deserve a lot of things we get. Dallas deserves everything he gets and should get worse if you want the truth. And Two-Bit, he doesn't even have half the things he's swiped from stores. It's not like that with Derry. Derry doesn't deserve to work like an old man when he's only in his 20s. Even with an athletic scholarship, there wasn't money for college. Derry doesn't go anywhere and he doesn't do anything except work. But he got hopes for you. You dig?
Then why does he bug me all the time?
I mean, you're the baby. I mean, he's really proud of you. Savvy?
I think you're a bit wrong about that. You know, it just doesn't seem that he cares or would ever care. And he just thinks I'm another mouth to feed. That's all I mean to him.
You better get on with your homework.
Soda,
Yeah,
you in love with Sandy?
I am.
What's it like?
It's real nice. What's that book you're in for English?
Great Expectations.
Great Expectations.
We were a little early for the movie, so we walked around talking to all the greasers we knew, leaning into car windows, hopping into back seats, getting in on who was in jail, who was with who was running away, and who stole what, when, and why. By then it was dark enough to sneak in through the back fence of the drive-in.
We'll go home, both of you.
Come on, Johnny Cake. We'll slide through.
Why don't we just pay?
Follow me.
Come on, you know he hates to do things legal.
Move it, Pony Boy.
Sure, Dallas.
You really made him mad.
You object?
Bob and Randy are disgusting. I don't want to sit with them either.
They need to learn a lesson. We came to see a movie. We'll see a movie.
Bikinis on Muscle Beach.
Must be something by J.D. Salinger.
Really?
Marcia.
This hair real, or is it a wig?
Stop that.
I guess it's real. You want to see if I'm real?
Dallas!
Watch the picture.
Bikinis on Muscle Beach. Would you like to see some muscle?
Take your feet off my seat and shut up.
Who's gonna make me?
That's the grease of the jockeys for the Slash J sometimes.
I know you two. I've seen you run rodeos.
It's a shame you can't ride bull half as good as you talk it.
You two barrel race, huh?
Leave us alone, or I'll call the cops.
You got me scared. You ought to see my record sometime, baby. Guess what I've been in for?
Please leave us alone. Why don't you be nice and leave us alone?
I'm never nice. You want a Coke?
I wouldn't drink it if I was starving in the desert. Well, get lost, hun. Are you two gonna start on us?
No.
Well, you don't look the type. What's your name?
I really wish you hadn't asked. It's Ponyboy Curtis.
Well, that's an original and lovely name.
My dad was an original person. I got a brother named Soda Pop, and it says so on his birth certificate.
Well, my name's Sherry, but I'm called Cherry because of my hair. Cherry Valance.
I know. You're a cheerleader. We go to the same school.
You don't look old enough for high school.
I'm not. I got put up a year in grade school.
What's a nice, smart kid like you running around with trash like that for?
I'm a grease, same as Dallas, and he's my buddy.
I'm sorry, Pony Boy. Your brother Soda Pop, does he work in a gasoline station? A DX?
Yeah.
Man, your brother is one doll. I might have guessed you two were brothers. You look alike. Well, how come you're blushing?
It's not every day I hear a good-looking social say something like that.
How come we don't see him in school?
He's a dropout.
Pony Boy? Johnny? For you. And for the redhead who likes muscles. Might cool you off.
This might cool you off, Freezer. After you wash your mouth out and learn to talk and act decent, I might cool off too.
Fiery, huh? That's just the way I like it.
Leave her alone, Dallas.
What'd you say, Johnny?
You heard me. Leave her alone.
Do you want to repeat that, Johnny?
Leave her alone.
Thanks. You had me scared.
Sure didn't show it. No one talks to Dallas like you just did.
Well, from what I saw, you do.
You know, one time a guy told Dallas to move over at a candy counter, and Dallas belted him so hard and knocked a tooth loose. You know, Johnny, you got a lot of guts.
Will you cool it, Pony Boy?
Y'all sit up here with us so you can protect us.
Okay.
Might as well.
How old are y'all?
14.
16.
That's funny. I thought you were both
16.
So, how come y'all ain't scared of us like you were at Dallas?
Well, first you didn't join in on the way he was talking, and then you made him leave us alone. And when we asked you to sit up here with us, you didn't act like it was some invitation to make out for the night.
Oh.
I've heard of this Dallas Winston. He looks pretty mean, but not you two.
Sure, we're young and innocent.
Not really. You seem too much to be innocent, just not dirty.
Dallas is okay. He's tough, but he's a cool old guy.
He'd leave you alone if he knew you.
Well, I'm glad he doesn't know us.
It's funny in a way. I kind of admire him.
Weren't you yelling at someone a while ago?
Our dates, they brought along some booze.
I don't want to sit at a drive-in and watch someone get drunk.
You really made him mad.
I don't care.
Okay, greasers, you've had it.
Glory to it. You trying to scare us to death? Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Two-Bit.
Sorry, kid, I forgot. So who is this, your great aunts?
Great grandmother's twice removed.
Sharp one. Now tell me, how did you two be picked up by a couple of greasy hoods like Tony and Johnny?
We really picked them up. We're Arabian slave traders. We're thinking about shanghaiing them. They're worth 10 camels apiece.
10 camels apiece. 5. They don't talk Arabian. Hey, Johnny Cake, say something in Arabian.
Cut it out, Two-Bit. Dallas was bothering him. And when he left, they wanted us to sit with him, protect them against creatures like you.
Where is old Dallas anyway? Tim Shepard's looking for him.
Dallas is hunting some action.
He'll probably find a fight. Dallas slashed the tires on Tim's car just for kicks, which is no joke when you gotta work to pay for him. So, they have a fight.
You guys don't believe in playing rough or anything?
Trigger a fair fight isn't rough. Blades are rough. So but chains and pull sticks and heaters. Skin fight ain't rough. Dallas gets caught, he pays up, no sweat.
Yeah, boy. Real simple.
If he gets killed or something, just bury him. No sweat.
You dig okay.
Pony boy, come with me. We'll get some popcorn.
Sure. Y'all want some?
Y'all watch the movie. Come on.
I don't think I have your numbers.
What numbers?
Street address and telephone.
Maybe I have a piece of paper somewhere.
Terry didn't really want popcorn. She wanted to talk.
Your friend, the one with the sideburns, he's okay.
He ain't dangerous like Dallas, if that's what you mean. Yeah, he's fine.
Well, Johnny's been hurt bad sometimes, hasn't he? Hurt and scared?
It's a lot worse than that. It was the socias.
Well, I don't want to watch bikinis on Muscle Beach. I want to know about this.
Soda and I were kicking rocks down the street. Then we noticed Johnny's jacket on the ground, and then we saw a hump and heard a moan. Soda had gotten there first and turned him over, and I was nearly sick. He was just on his knees holding him, his body all limp, just giving him a little shake, saying, "It's okay, Johnny Cake. They're gone now. It's okay." Two-Bit was suddenly there, and for once, he had nothing smart to say. Then Dallas had gotten there too, and swearing under his breath, he turned away. He was sick. Finally, Johnny figured it was Soda holding him. He started shaking, crying, just couldn't stop himself. Then he mentioned something about a blue Mustang before. Soda kept telling him, "Don't talk," and over, "They've gone. They've gone, Johnny Cake."
A blue Mustang?
Johnny tried to run, but they caught him. One of them had rings on his hands, and that's what cut Johnny so bad.
Pony boy, not all of us are like that. You have to believe me. Not all of us are like that.
Sure.
I mean, that's like saying all greasers are like Dallas Winston. I bet he's jumped a few people.
Plenty of times.
You think we have it made, don't you?
Well, you do.
It may come as a surprise, but we have problems you've never even heard of. You want to know something? Things are rough all over.
Then why are we so different?
You're more emotional. We're sophisticated, cool to the point of not feeling anything at all. Sometimes I'll catch myself talking and realize I don't mean half of what I'm saying. I don't really think a beer blast on the river bottom is super cool, but I'll rave about it just to be saying something. You know, I've never told that to anyone. You're the first person. Why is that?
Maybe because I'm younger and because I'm a greaser. So you don't have to keep your guard up.
For a kid, you're awful smart.
Probably I'll outgrow it. We better buy some popcorn and get back.
Well, the picture's ending. You read a lot, don't you, Pony boy?
Yeah. Why?
Well, I could just tell. I bet you watch sunsets. I used to watch them before I got so busy.
You eat all the popcorn?
Yeah, it was delicious.
How will we get home? Maybe I should call my folks.
I'll walk you.
It's 20 miles.
It's still early. If we get started right away.
Johnny, there's a car in my place. Take us 10 minutes to walk there. It runs real good. I can drive you.
Trying to figure what's the cool thing to do.
Two-Bit's car is okay?
It's a wreck, but Toodle-Bit'll get you home.
Thanks, Two-Bit. Let's start walking.
Aren't we adventurous?
If you'd rather call your parents.
Nah.
Maybe I should run ahead and clean out the back seat.
Well, we'll walk together.
Cherry, look what's coming.
Woo, man, that's a tough car. Look at that car, Johnny. Mustangs are tough.
What are we gonna do?
Well, stand here. There isn't much else we can do.
Who is it, the FBI?
It's Randy and Bob.
Oh, and a few more of the socially checkered shirt set in the back seat.
Your boyfriends.
Well, stand here. I mean, just act normal. Maybe they won't notice.
Act normal. I'm a natural normal.
I really wish it was the other way around.
Wait, what do you mean?
That was close.
It's
What?
blue.
What is?
Johnny? Why they call you Johnny Cake?
Real name's Johnny Cave, so everyone.
Johnny, what's it mean when you say it's tough? It's a tough car?
It means
I was asking Johnny.
It means okay, really right. Sharp, like you and Marcia are two tough girls.
Well, do you have brothers at home to help you with things?
No, Pony Boy's lucky. He's got two.
I'm lucky to have soda pop.
And dairy.
Are you crazy?
Well, you don't talk about your oldest brother.
What is there to talk about? He's big and handsome and he used to play football.
Well, that's it. Tell me what he's like.
He's a good guy.
You're completely... Look, he's hard as a rock and about as human. He's got eyes exactly like frozen ice. He thinks I'm a pain in the neck, and he can't stand me.
You and Dairy,
It's true. You know he wishes he could put me in a home somewhere, and he'd do it too if someone let him.
no, that ain't right, Pony Boy.
you got it all wrong. Dairy really cares about you.
You just shut up, Johnny Cade. Derry don't want me at home, and we all know you ain't want at home either.
How could you say something like that to Johnny? How could he, kid? Listen, Johnny, it's okay. He didn't mean it.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but I'm just mad because I'm making a fool out of myself in front of everybody.
Well, it's the truth. I ain't one and I don't care.
You shut up talking like that, Johnny Cave. Couldn't get along without
Maybe I should call for a ride.
Just don't seem fair.
What isn't fair?
How about Johnny's father being a mean drunk and his mother a selfish slob? Two-Bit's mother working in a bar to support him and his kid's sister after his father ran out on him. In Dallas, he hates the world. Then you got Soda Pop, a dropout so he could get a job and keep me in school. Then Derry, getting old before his time, trying to run a family and hang on to two jobs, and he never had any fun. While you got the socials who got so much spare time and money, they gang up on us and jump each other just for kicks. They throw beer blasts, river bottom parties because they don't know what else to do.
I tried to explain.
Sure, things are rough all over our part of town.
That's just the way things are, kid. Like it or not.
They've spotted us.
Blue Mustang.
Terry, Marcia, listen to us.
You're making a big deal out of nothing.
Just because we got a little drunk.
A little? You call reeling and passing out in the street a little?
Now look.
No, you look. I told you. I'm never going out with you while you're drinking. Too many things could happen.
Baby, you know we don't get drunk very often.
You're not hearing me very good. I said never.
Cherry, Marcia.
Even if you're mad at us, no reason to be walking with these
These what?
vermin.
Who you calling vermin?
This little greasy needs a haircut.
And this is a Soch with the blue Mustang and the rings on his hands.
Maybe you like a closer look.
It was you.
Cool off, guys.
Don't think we'll let some greasers get away with walking our girls. Our girls.
Listen, bud, you're out of your territory. You better watch it.
Pick your own kind, dirt.
Listen, Greasers, we got 4 more in the back seat.
Then pity the back seat.
If you're looking for a fight,
Should we run for it?
It's too late.
hey, I asked you.
You mean if we're looking for a good jumping, you'd outnumber us.
Hey,
Give it to us, right?
You got that right. Okay, kid, you want a repeat performance?
You touch that kid, I'll call the cops.
You what?
Back off, guys.
Look, I don't want to fight, so we'll ride home with you. But first, you go sit in the car and you wait.
Wait!
You wait till we come over.
Hey, we ain't scared of them.
I can't stand fights. I can't stand them. Yes or no?
Well, wait a minute. Don't think I'll let a little greasy get away with walking my girl.
Bob, wait in the car. I said I'll be along in a minute.
I'll see you later.
Pony boy, we better go with them.
I get that.
Look, if we see you in the hall at school and we don't say hi, it's not personal.
It's just the way things are.
We couldn't even let our parents see us with you.
I get that. And just Don't forget, some of us watch sunsets too.
Let's not push that 1 minute warning.
I hope I never see that Dallas Winston again.
Because he's one of us.
Because I might fall in love with him. How'd that be for trouble?
Marsha's phone number. Must have been a bold ask for, probably phony anyway. Man, those two girls were sure tough.
But if they see us in the hallways, they can't say hi.
If that's your problem.
They saved us from a fight, Pony. I'm really glad we didn't have to fight them.
Look, we'd have done all right.
No, you don't understand. I couldn't take another beating like that again. I couldn't take it. I'd rather kill myself or something.
Johnny, you can't talk like that. You can't kill yourself.
Well, I gotta do something. Maybe I'll sleep here in the park tonight. Listen to the water fountain. Pretend it's some waterfall somewhere up in the mountains. You know, there ought to be a place without greasers or socias, but just people.
Maybe out in the country. Back when we had the whole family, we'd go out into the country.
Let me tell you something crazy. I think I like it better when the old man's hitting me. At least then I know he knows who I am. I walk in that house and nobody says anything. I walk out of that house and nobody says anything. I stay away all night and nobody notices. At least you got soda. I ain't got anybody.
You got the whole gang.
It's not like having your own folks care about you.
Johnny went to sleep right away, and since I did too, I brought Mom and Dad back to life. Mom, she'd bake things, and Dad would drive the pickup out to feed cattle. My mom, she was just golden, beautiful. Then I woke up and I realized, what time was it? Johnny was still asleep. Just thinking about facing Derry this late, it made me shake. Home and I could see.
Where the heck have you been? Do you know what time it is? Well, it's 2 in the morning, kiddo. Another hour and I would have had the police out after you. Where were you? Where in the almighty universe were you?
I went to sleep in the lot.
What?
Hey, Pony. Where you been?
Look, me and Johnny were talking and we both dropped off. I didn't mean to.
It never occurred to you that your brothers might be worrying their heads off and afraid to call the police because it might get you throwing boys home so fast to make your head spin? And you're asleep in the lot. What's the matter with you?
Look, I didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to. I didn't think. I forgot. That's all I ever hear out of you. Can't you think of anything?
Derry, hey.
You keep your smart mouth shut. I'm sick and tired of hearing you stick up for him.
Don't you yell at him.
I'm sorry. Pony, come back.
I'd run. My first thought, I'll grab Johnny, we'll run away. I remembered, I thought just things couldn't get any worse, but I was so wrong. Johnny!
By the fountain, Pony Boy, watch out!
Here they are, guys!
What's going on?
Start off giving this one a bath.
No, let go! Johnny! No, let go!
Take a drink, Greaser.
No!
Go.
Stop!
Stop it, I'll drown!
Help me, Johnny Cake!
This time you stay down, Grease.
Johnny? Johnny, what happened?
I killed him. I killed him.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Go ahead. I already was.
You killed him.
They were drowning you. You were about to die.
Johnny, they put people in the electric chair for killing other people. Now what are we gonna do?
I don't know.
First thing, keep your mouth shut.
Dallas,
I heard the socials were cruising our neighborhood.
They were killing pony boys, so
I see. The police will be here any minute. You need money and you need a plan. Does Derry and Soda Pop know about this? I ain't itching to tell Derry.
Please don't tell him.
Here, take this before you die of pneumonia, before the cops get you. There's 20 bucks in the wallet, in the pocket.
So what do we do?
Take the 315 freight to Windricksville. There's an old abandoned church on top of Jay Mountain with a pump in the back, so do not worry about water. Buy a supply of food as soon as you get there, this morning before the word gets out. And do not stick your noses out until I come. Now get going.
Thanks.
I thought New York was the only place I could get caught up in a murder rap.
Murder rap?
I said get going.
It's beginning to get light.
The old church is over there. Dallas was right.
Man, my dreams come true. We're back in the country.
You go wait at the church. I'll go to the store and get supplies. I'll be there first thing when they open.
Wonder what's happening with the guys back home.
I can imagine.
I could imagine too. Later, we found out.
What the hell? The light's supposed to be off. The light's supposed to be down. The light's supposed to be...
Well, maybe Dallas knows something.
He didn't say.
Well, maybe he knows something. When the police worked him over, told him that they were heading for Texas.
Do you think maybe
One thing sure, they're not heading for Texas.
first time I missed work since...
If you aren't going in,
Maybe this time I'll think to give us a phone call.
well, if there's a phone handy and nobody's around, and if they have some cash, and if...
Okay. Well, no news. You've both been up all night.
How do you make it at home?
Not good. The worst.
That bad?
I said the worst. We have to talk.
Make me a little nervous.
I can't live at home anymore. I have to get out, like, right now. You can always stay here, Sandy.
What do you mean you have to get out right now?
How can I stay?
You should have called.
Soda Pop, come here. I'm going to Tallahassee, Florida. My grandmother lives there. I'm going to live with my grandmother in Florida.
Hold on. You don't have to do that. You're a Derry. You can stay here. You don't have to go to Florida.
I can't stay here.
We can get married. We're gonna someday, so why not now?
We're 16.
In a couple weeks, I'll be 17.
Big difference.
No, Sandy, I won't.
Look, I have to get away. I can't talk about it anymore, and I can't see you anymore.
What?
That's what I came to tell you.
But
Look, just don't make it worse. Don't do that.
okay. Okay. It's been a bad night. You have to back off a while, okay? All right. Keep in touch. Work things out. Give it a little time.
Well, when you see Pony Boy and Johnny, Can you at least explain to him? Sure love you.
Sandy. Sure got great timing.
Sandy,
She's going to visit her grandmother in Florida.
you okay?
Why not?
The socials are a little tense this morning.
Tense.
I heard you told the Fuzz Pony and Johnny were headed for Texas.
That would be one possibility.
Could you think of another possibility?
You'd have to ask them.
And look at that car. Corvette Stinger.
Look at that redhead. The dead guy's girlfriend. Let's run her out of here.
Don't touch her, Dallas.
What's this? You're coming out same as Johnny Cake.
How is Johnny?
We wouldn't know about that.
Well, what'd you know about Pony Boy?
Police think he may be headed southwest somewhere.
It's necessary to jerk me around. At least we all know about Bob.
Yeah.
Too bad about that.
Yeah, he's dead. Too bad.
Would you want to come in?
Look, the reason I'm here, the whole mess, maybe it's my fault.
So what about it?
Maybe I could help.
You?
No, come on, Dallas.
Maybe we could go over to the Dingo. I'll buy you a Coke and we could talk about this and that.
Pony and Johnny need someone to testify, and you want to make out at the Dingo. I'm sorry, I have to go.
No, please, wait.
For what?
It took a lot of nerve for you to come here this morning.
Yes, it did.
Any message for the juvenile delinquents?
Tell them I said hi.
Dallas.
I just want to talk to her. Clear about the testifying. Hey, don't worry.
Talk nice, Dallas. You hear me?
I always talk nice.
Tell them I said hi.
I heard they went to Texas.
Your kid brother's so smart, why can't he locate a telephone?
I've been to a church before, but this fallen down old place, it gave me a creepy feeling. Now, what do you call it? Premonition? Hey, that's our signal.
Nobody paid any attention at the store. We're loaded up. A week's supply of bologna, 2 loaves of bread, a box of matches, my favorite, Cool Ranch Doritos. Some candy bars and
What? Is there more candy bars in... Wait. Gone with the Wind? How'd you know I always wanted to read this book?
I remember hearing you say something about it once. I thought maybe you could read it out loud and help kill time or something.
Thanks.
We're in big trouble.
Man, things been happening so fast, it's just so spooky, and I'm really tired.
Last night, was it last night?
Last night we were walking Cherry Marsh over to Two Bits, and last night we were laying in the lot, looking up at those stars.
Last night I killed Bob. He couldn't have been over 17 or 18 and I killed him. I'm real tired too.
The next few days were the longest. We spent time playing poker and reading Gone with the Wind, and Johnny was especially stuck on the Southern Gentleman.
I bet they were cool old guys riding into sure death because they were gallant. They remind me of Dallas.
Dallas don't got any more manners than I do, and you saw how he treated those girls at the nightly double.
Yeah. The one time I saw Dallas getting picked up by the Fuzz, and he kept real cool. They were picking him up for something Two-Bit did, but Dallas took the sentence without batting an eye, or even denying it. That's gallant.
What, he's your hero now? Go back to sleep. Dawn the next morning, all the lower valley was covered with mist, and all the clouds, they changed from gray to pink, and everything was touched with gold. There was a silent moment where everything held its breath. Then the sun rose.
Golly, that sure is pretty.
Wouldn't it be cool to be able to paint that sky?
Too bad it can't stay like that.
Nothing gold can stay.
What?
A poem I read once. Nature's first greenest gold, her hardest hue to hold, her early leaves of flower, but only so an hour. It goes on.
Well, go on.
Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief. As dawn goes down to day, nothing gold can stay.
Where'd you learn that?
Robert Frost wrote it. He meant more to it than I'm getting through.
How come you remember it?
I always keep trying to figure it out. I never quite got what it meant.
I never noticed colors and clouds and stuff till you reminded me about them. It's almost like they were never there before.
Let me be honest, I can't remember the poem around anyone. They just don't dig. Just you, soda pop sometimes, and maybe Cherry Valance.
I guess we're different.
Shoot, maybe they are. Well, I got so sick of bologna, I got tired of looking at it. We'd eaten all the candy bars, and I was dying for a Pepsi. By that time, we'd read up to Sherman's siege of Atlanta, and I owed Johnny $150 from poker games. It's kind of funny. I started to think I always lived during the Civil War, or in a church, or maybe both.
You hear that?
Who do you think it is?
Lori, look at the church mouse.
Dallas.
Little Johnny Cake and Pony Boy.
So what's happening?
Well, I just want to know. Are the boys all right? Is Soda all right? Is Derry okay? Are the fuzz still...
Hold it. I can't answer everything at once. You guys want to eat first? Because I skipped breakfast and I'm starving.
You're starving?
Well, if you'd like some bologna.
No thanks. The fuzz won't be looking for you here. They think you lay out the other direction. I got Buck's T-Bird parked down the road. Ain't you all been eating anything?
What gives you that idea?
Because you both look terrible. The cops think you're in Texas.
Why Texas?
Because they know me. I get hauled in for everything that happens on our turf. I'll let drop you guys are in the other direction. They beat it out of me.
Like I told you, gallant.
So you guys want to eat something or not?
Believe it.
Be good to get in the car again.
Dallas always did like to drive fast, as if he didn't care whether he got where he was going or not. We came down that dirt road so fast, Johnny and I got a little green. Then we stopped at a Dairy Queen. The first thing I got was a Pepsi. Then we started gorging.
I'm gonna start next on banana splits.
Well, I think it's about time you tell us what's going on.
It's all out warfare, all over the city. That kid you killed has a lot of friends. And it's us against the socialists. It ain't safe to walk alone. I started carrying a heater.
Dallas, you kill people with heaters.
You kill them with switchblades too, don't you, kid?
Please, Dallas.
If you're gonna carry around a gun...
Look, it ain't loaded. I ain't looking to get picked up for murder. But it sure does help the bluff.
So, all out warfare. All over the city?
Just one more night. We're having it out, once and for all. Tomorrow night, the vacant lot.
Tomorrow night?
You guys will miss it. We got hold of their president of their social club and had a war council. So here's the deal. No weapons. If we run, things go on as usual. But if they run, they stay out of our territory for good. I don't care how many of them show up, they will run.
Suppose they bring chains.
I didn't tell you guys, but we got a spy. That good-looking broad I tried picking up the night that you killed that Soch, the redhead, Cherry, what's her name?
Cherry.
Soch?
Next time I want a broad, I'll pick up one of my own kind.
We were getting the same advice from the Soches.
Cherry the Soch, helping us.
She ain't Cherry the Soch.
Anyway, she said if Johnny comes to court, she'll testify that the boys were drunk and just looking for a fight, and you only acted in self-defense. How's that?
That would really help.
Then I suggested we go for a ride in Buck's T-Bird And she said, no, thank you, and politely told me where to go. What did I do wrong?
Maybe you should have tried a little conversation before making your move.
Conversation? This place is out of it. What do they do for fun in the country? Play checkers?
We're going back and turning ourselves in.
What?
We're going back and turning ourselves in. I ain't got no record. Both Ponyboy and Cherry could testify it was self-defense.
When they get their hands on you.
I can't stay in that church the rest of my life.
When they take you in, you'll find out. Greasers have it worse than anyone.
We won't tell that you helped us, and we'll give what's left of the money to...
You sure you want to go back?
It ain't fair for Ponyboy to have Derry and Soda worry about
Look,
it.
Derry don't.
Yes, he does. I don't guess my parents are worried about me or anything.
The boys are worried. Two-Bit was going to go to Texas looking for you.
My parents did. They ask about me?
No, they didn't. Johnny, what do they matter? Heck, my old man don't care whether I'm in jail, drunk in the gutter, or dead in a car wreck. But that doesn't bother me none. You've got the boys.
You know, I think it's about time we go back to the church. I left a book there.
Get in the car. If you'd have turned yourselves in 5 days ago, it made things a lot easier.
I was scared. I still am.
I ain't mad at you, Johnny. I don't want you to get hurt. You don't know what a little bit of time in jail can do to you.
Like it did to you?
You get mean.
When we got to the top of the hill, Dallas had slammed on the brakes, and we really couldn't believe what was happening.
Church is on fire.
Well, let's go!
What for? Get back in the car.
There's people over there.
It's not our problem. If you don't get back in the car...
What's going on?
We don't know. We were having a school outing and something was burning. Get those matches.
Those were our matches.
Stand back for a minute. Wait for the firemen.
Some of the kids are missing.
They're around here somewhere.
They're in the church.
We'll get them. Don't worry.
No, wait for the firemen.
There ain't time.
When I remember, we slammed a rock through the window and pulled ourselves in. Hey, Johnny, hand me that kid.
Oh, got a little one. Out the window, little guy.
You enjoying this, Johnny King? There's another back in the smoke.
Get out of there! Get out! The roof's gonna cave. Forget the stupid kids!
Look, here's the last one.
I think he's coming around.
Thank you, Mrs. O'Brien.
Where am I?
Lie back, kid. You're at the hospital.
Hospital, wait a minute. Where's Johnny and where's Dallas?
They're in another room. It's okay.
Just lie back. You're gonna be okay. You just passed out.
Passed out? I didn't pass out. Dallas, he knocked me out.
Because your back was in flames.
It was? I didn't feel that.
Because your buddy put it out before he got burned.
Just lie back. You're gonna be okay. You just passed out.
Well, why didn't you take us to the police station?
The police station?
Why would we take you to the police station? We're taking all of you to the hospital. You're at the hospital.
Well, are Johnny and Dallas all right?
Which one's which?
Johnny's the blonde-headed one, and Dallas is the mean-looking one.
Dallas will be all right. He hurt one arm trying to drag the other kid out of the window. Johnny, I don't know about Johnny. A piece of timber come across the back. He might have a broken back.
He has severe burns. Severe. They're giving him plasma now.
It's better if you lie back. I swear, you three are the bravest kids I've ever seen. Are you like professional heroes or something?
I swear you were sent straight from heaven.
The little kids okay?
They're okay. They want to thank you. A lot of parents
Dr. Morris, report to emergency. Dr. Morris, report to emergency.
They checked me over, and except for a few burns and a big bruise across my back, I was all right. Hey, Dallas.
If you ever do such a stupid thing again, I'll beat the tar out of you. Do you hear me? Don't you ever.
Come on, Dallas.
Mrs. O'Brien was just talking to some reporters, and we got called to the front office, claimed to be your brothers or something.
My brothers, but how'd they know?
Phone number in your wallet.
Soda!
Where have you been? How come you didn't call us? Trying to scare us to death?
Derry! Derry, you know, I should have called you. I'd meant to.
I thought we lost you. Like we did Mom and Dad.
It looks like you hardly slept at all this week.
I really didn't.
Neither did we.
Doctor, we're taking our kid brother home.
That's fine. There's no paperwork involved. Just go along home.
I asked about Johnny and Dallas, but no one would tell us anything.
Are you members of the family?
I only speak to the families.
Johnny and Dallas don't have any family except us.
I think we're as much family as they have.
Okay. Dallas Winston should be fine after a couple days in the hospital. One arm is pretty bad, but he'll be back to use of it.
Dallas is always okay.
What about Johnny?
We already phoned his parents.
Tell it to us straight.
Johnny Cade is in critical condition. He is suffering from shock and third-degree burns all over his body, not to mention his broken back, even if he lives.
If. You said if?
If he lives, he'll be a cripple.
Is he conscious?
In and out.
He keeps calling for Dallas and Pony Boy.
Well, can we see him?
Not now. What you need to do is get him home and let him get some rest.
If he lives.
Dr. Morse, pick up line 4, please.
You want it straight, you got it straight.
That's right, Doctor.
Dr. Morse, pick up line 4, please.
You can phone in later with the nurse station on his floor to check on him.
We better head home. There isn't anything we can do here.
A pain was growing in my throat. The doctor gave it to us straight all right. I started to think, maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe I'll wake up and Johnny, he'll be fine. Just like it used to be. Only it got a lot harder to lie to myself. Well, next morning, Two-Bit was there, but a lot earlier.
You can't believe a thing they put in these papers. Who believed two greasy-looking mugs like you could be heroes?
Wait. Like what?
Like a big shot. Heroes. Juvenile delinquents turn heroes. How do you like that term, then?
I guess I liked it.
It says here you and Johnny risked your lives to save those kids. Well, the parents said little kids would have earned the death if the two. That was about the fight, too. You have to appear in court for running away and Johnny for manslaughter if he recovers.
Why do they keep saying if?
The reporter goes on about how Derry and Soda have been working hard so you can all stay together. That you've been on the honor roll at school. The reporter puts in that the three of you shouldn't be separated after working so hard to stay together.
Separated?
Won't happen, kiddo. Juvenile court don't do things like that to kiddos. Listen, I was thinking of looking in on Johnny King. You wanna come with me?
Well, I don't know about visiting hours.
Pony Boy. Hello, Two-Bit.
Let me guess. You wanna ride my car?
No, I'm with someone. He wants to talk to Pony.
And who would that be?
Randy Anderson.
The Soch? Look, it's his fault Bob's dead. It's his fault Johnny's in the hospital. And it's his fault Soda and I might be put into a boys' home.
I know that. Randy knows that. Look. It's up to you. I've got to go.
Hey, can I give you a ride sometime?
Maybe sometime.
You know the rules. No jazz before the rum. get into the car first, please. You have to go see Johnny. What about you in the paper? How come?
Well, maybe I felt like playing hero. You might not have. You might have done the same thing.
I can't believe the Greaser could pull something like that.
Greaser had nothing to do with it. Two-Bit might not have done it. You might not have. It's the individual.
Maybe you're right. I'm not going to show at the Rumble tonight. I'm sick of all this, and no matter what you think, Bob was a good guy. He had a problem, but he was a real person.
But how could I have known that?
He couldn't. And now he's dead. His mother had a total breakdown.
And who's to blame for that?
All I know, they spoiled him. They gave in to him all the time, and he kept on trying to make someone say no, and they never did. He needs someone to lay down the law, set limits, and give him something to stand on. You know what they did? They said it was their fault. They failed him. They took the blame. One time he came home drunk than anything, falling down disgusting. Maybe if his dad had given him a belt instead, he'd still be alive. The only person who ever told Bob no was Cherry Valance. No wonder you're so crazy about it.
Look, I have to go to the hospital.
That kid, your buddy, he might die.
He might.
And tonight, people get hurt in rumbles, maybe killed, and he doesn't do any good. Even if you whip us, you'll still be at the bottom, and we'll still be the lucky ones with all the breaks. Greasers still be greasers, socias still be socias. I'm gonna get out of this town.
Look, running away won't help.
I'm more chicken if I punk out of the rumble. I'd hate myself if I didn't, so what could I do?
I'd help you if I could.
No, you wouldn't. I'm a soc, get a little money, and the whole world hates you.
No, you just hate the whole world. But I have to go.
Thanks, Grease. I didn't mean that. Thanks, kid.
Hey, the name's Ponyboy. Nice talking to you, Randy.
So, what did Mr. Super Soc have to say?
He's not a soc. He's just a guy, and he just wanted to talk.
Your friends in critical.
Hey, lady, it's my buddy. Hey, lady.
Look, he's been calling for us.
Let them go, nurse. He's been calling for you too. Can't hurt now.
Can't hurt now.
Johnny?
Hey, Two-Bit. Pony boy.
Listen, I got a riddle for you. What's the safest thing to be when you encounter a gang of social outcasts in an alleyway?
A judo expert?
No. Another social outcast. Listen, I was thinking, we're having the big rumble tonight. It's a shame you and Dallas can't be there. We're gonna get them off our backs. We're gonna get them off our territory for good.
You know, you're being written about in the paper. Yeah, you.
Tough.
I figure Southern Gentleman ain't got anything on Johnny Cade.
The book that got burned. Can you get another one?
What book, Johnny?
Gone with the Wind. He wants me to finish reading it to him.
I'll run down to the drugstore and grab a copy. It's just downstairs. Don't y'all run away.
Dallas is gonna be all right, and Derry and me, we're doing all right now. And Johnny, you all right?
It just hurts sometimes. I can't feel anything below the middle of my back. I'm pretty bad off, ain't I, Pony?
Look, you're gonna come out of this fine.
I used to talk about killing myself, but I don't want to die. 16 years? It ain't long enough. It ain't long enough, Pony. There's so many things I haven't seen and so many things I haven't done. That time we were at the church in Windricksville. That was the only time I've ever been away from our neighborhood.
Look, you're not going to die and you're just going to come out of this.
That's right, Johnny.
Dallas?
Still here, Johnny Cake. Your picture's in the paper. Mine too. Some boys came by to rub it in that I was going to miss the Rumble. Except when they saw my picture, they couldn't believe it didn't say wanted dead or alive under it.
That's a good one, Dallas.
We're going to win that fight tonight, Johnny. We're going to clean it out of our neighborhood.
Johnny, your mother's here to see you.
I don't want to see her.
She's your mother.
She's going to tell me about all the trouble I've been causing her. Well, tell her to leave me alone. For once, just leave me alone.
I was afraid of something like this. You guys have to go.
Be back later, Johnny.
I'll give it to him. We need a doctor, please.
We're going to stomp him tonight, Johnny.
They brought you a book, Johnny. Gone with the Wind. We can read together a little later
Could I have a piece of paper and a pencil?
when I come back. I'm sorry, he doesn't want to see you.
I need to see him. He's my son.
Please, not now.
This is the things we get. After all the trouble we gone through raising him, he'd rather be with little ones.
The doctor will speak to you later.
Thought I'd find you here.
Hi, Cherry.
Pony boy, stay a minute.
All right. It's going to be rough tonight.
Randy's not going to the Rumble.
I know that.
He's not scared. He's just sick of fighting. Bob was his best friend since grade school.
Johnny ain't showing up either. Only, I can't say he ain't scared. He's real scared.
How bad is Johnny?
He's in really bad shape, and when you can go and see him, would you?
I couldn't.
Why not?
Because he killed Bob. I know Bob asked for it. He made it happen, but I couldn't look at the person who killed him.
I don't get it.
You only knew Bob's bad side. When he got drunk, he was horrible. It was that part of him that beat up Johnny. I knew it was Bob when you told me the story. He was so proud of those rings. When he wasn't trying to destroy himself, he could be something different, something that marked him special. I mean, I don't think you should even go to the Rumble tonight.
They're bringing blades?
No, they play your way. Fair deal, no weapons, your rules. Randy told me, he knows for sure. I already told Derry.
I guess we're supposed to be grateful?
I'm not looking for gratitude. I only want to be your friend. I like you, Pony Boy. I've liked you from the start. The way you talk, wouldn't you try to help me if you could?
Yeah, if I could.
Randy and I have to testify at your hearing.
To clear Bob's good name?
You'll be there. You'll find out. You can make a good friend, Pony Boy, and good friends are a little hard to find these days.
I have to go.
Sure.
But, Cherry, can you see the sunset real good from your side of town?
Real good.
You can see it good from our side, too.
Thanks, Pony Boy. You dig okay.
Feel okay? You look awful.
Look, it's just a headache. I'll take a few aspirins.
Pony, you go ahead. If you're really sick, you go ahead and fight.
Look, if you keep your mouth shut, Derry won't know a thing.
Think you get away with murder little when your older brother was very strict on you and so don't say anything.
Well, there's the thing. Our folks raised two boys before, and Well, Derry hasn't.
For a rumble.
Their fight isn't rough. No weapons, no danger.
Got a fever?
No. I'll grab a hold of a little one.
You get in the gym. Holly.
Promise.
It's getting to be that time.
I am a greaser, a JD. I blacken the name of our fair city.
That defense is like trash. I am a Soch. I am the privileged and the well-dressed. I throw beer flags, drive fancy cars, and break windows at fancy dinner parties.
And what do you do for fun?
We jump greasers!
All right, let's get this straight. Fists only, and the first one to run loses, right?
This gotta be real good.
I'll take on anyone.
Hello, Daryl.
Hello, Paul.
That's Soch?
Yeah. He was the quarterback of Derry's football team. He used to buddy around. You gotta be a junior at college by now.
And Derry's gotta work.
I'll take you.
Think you can handle me, Paul?
I can handle any greaser.
This made me think about a book by Jack London, where the wolf pack waits for one or two members to go down in a fight. But it's different here. The moment either one swings, the rumble's on.
I couldn't find a little Soch, so I grabbed the next size up. Dallas was fighting a big one next to me.
Dallas, I thought you were in the hospital!
I wanted to ask Dallas how he got out, but Soch, who was heavier than I took him for, was slugging the sense out of me. I thought he was going to knock out my teeth. By the time Derry got through with him, Paul was crawling out on his hands and knees. Derry saw what was happening to me, and he lifted the big guy off me and knocked him back 3 feet. I figured I should help Dallas since he could only use one arm. I jumped on the Soch that was slugging Dallas, but he threw me sideways. Someone kicked me in the ribs, and you better believe it hurt. Dallas grabbed him, but this time he kicked me so hard in the head I was stunned. I'm lying there stunned, and all of a sudden, Greaser started shouting.
Woo! The Sochs are running.
Look at him run!
Chase him home.
Chase him to Mexico.
You okay, buddy?
I'll let you know after I count my teeth.
Got some guys hurt. Better check them out.
Pony, we gotta go right now.
Where?
To see Johnny. We gotta tell Johnny.
Right now?
Yes, right now. He was getting worse when I left.
Well, then let's go. We'd gotten there, nothing flat.
Hold it right there, boys. Can't see him. He's dying.
Dying?
We gotta see Johnny. We're gonna see Johnny. And if you give me any static, you will end up on your own operating table.
Can I call security?
Okay. You can see him. You're his friends, his family. Not because of the gun. Yes, call security.
Johnny. Johnny Cake.
Hey, y'all.
We won. We chased him out of our territory.
Fighting. It's no good.
They're still writing about you in the paper, buddy. About all that hero stuff. I'm real proud of you. Really proud.
Dallas Winston. Proud of me.
We're all proud of you.
Pony. Stay gold.
Johnny Cake. Don't die on me, Johnny. That's what you get. Come on, Johnny, don't be dead. You see, Pony, I was crazy not to want him to get mean. If he'd have been mean like me, he would not be in this mess. If he'd have been smart like me, he would not have gone back in that church. Wise up, Pony. You fend for yourself. Nothing could touch you. Wise up. Get like me.
I just got back from the hospital, and we told Johnny that we won, and he told me to say gold, and he died, and then you had Dallas telling me to wise up, and
You know,
Dallas, he ran out, and he was all crazy.
Pony, Dallas is dead too.
Dallas? Dallas is dead?
We had a call from the police.
He pulled a gun on the security guards.
It wasn't loaded.
They didn't know that.
Dallas, he wanted to be dead, and Dallas always gets what he wants.
Easy, buddy.
Even Dallas has a great point.
The world started spinning around me. Blobs of faces were dancing in a red mist, and I felt so hot, and then I noticed Soda, and Soda, is someone sick?
Yeah. You should go back to bed and get some more rest.
Then I remembered. Johnny and Dallas were dead. But I didn't want to think about that. About Dallas. Johnny not wanting to die, then Dallas, he telling me to wise up, and then he waves an empty gun at security guards. Derry, what's the matter with me?
Shin, shock, minor concussion, fever.
Minor concussion? Where'd I get that?
I'm getting kicked in the head. You've been asleep and delirious since Saturday night.
Derry, I'm never gonna make up all the schoolwork I missed, and I got court tomorrow. Do you think they'll split us up and put us in a home?
Johnny left you his copy of Gone with the Wind. Told the nurse he wanted you to have it.
I can't read this. I can't get past the part where the Southern gentlemen go riding into sure death because they're gallant.
Get some more rest.
The court hearing was the day after, and Cherry really surprised me.
Bob had been drinking. He was drunk. When he took me home, he said he was going back to fix Pony and Johnny for picking up his girls. When I begged him, he told me to shut up and get out of the car. Bob was not himself. He was crazy. He was like that when he got drunk.
Sir, it was our fault. Bob only fought back because it looked like... They only fought back because it looked like Bob was about to kill Ponyboy. It was self-defense.
The judge called up one of the doctors and one of my teachers. Then he called me up, and I was scared stiff, but he hardly asked anything. Did I like living with my brothers, and what about school and stuff like that? He told me to quit chewing on my fingernails. Then he said I quitted, and the case was closed. I wish I could say that things went back to normal, but they didn't. I started running into things like the door, and I was lucky if I got home with the right notebook and both shoes on. Everything tasted like bologna, and I was lousing up at school. Miss Sim's a real nice lady. She makes you think, and she makes you do compositions. All right, what's it supposed to be over? Like my first trip to the zoo? Well, I know what's not important.
Not important.
Schoolwork. Why all the sweat?
Easy, buddy.
Look, I'm gonna have to get a job as soon as I graduate, so why not drop out now?
You're not going to drop out. With your brains, you could get a scholarship. We could put you through college.
Big deal.
Listen, Johnny and Dallas were our buddies too. You don't stop living because you lose someone. You don't quit.
Look. Soda dropped out, and you see how happy it is. You could just lay off, okay?
Anytime you don't like the way I'm running things, you can leave.
Why can't you guys just get along?
What's the matter with him?
We lost Sandy too.
He didn't lose Sandy. They're writing.
This came back today. It's a letter Soda wrote to Sandy. It's marked return to sender. It wasn't even opened.
Not even opened?
Sorry.
Hey, it's fine.
Pony, I'm telling you the truth. I dropped out of school because I was dumb. Look, I'm happy working at a gas station with cars. You'll never be happy doing that. And Derry, you gotta look at Derry too. He wants to have the chance that he's missed. We can't hack off at each other anymore. We're all we have left. And if we don't work together, we don't have anything. Pony, if you make it, you're making it for all three of us.
What do you say, Pony?
How about y'all get out of here? I got a composition to write.
See you later.
Better be something important.
Something important. Hey, it's Johnny Hansen writing.
I asked the nurse to give you this book so you could finish it. I want you to tell Dallas to look at a sunset. He'll probably think you're crazy, but ask him for me. Listen, I don't mind dying now. It's worth it saving those kids. Some of their parents came by to thank me, and I know it was worth it. That guy who wrote the poem, he meant your goal when you're a kid, like green. When you're a kid, everything's new, dawn. It's just that once you get used to everything, that it's day. The way you are, Pony, that's gold. There's still lots of good in this world. Tell Dallas, I don't think he knows.
Your buddy Johnny. Semester composition. Teacher, Miss Sim. Ponyboy Curtis. When I stepped out into the bright sunlight from the darkness of that movie house, I had only two things in my mind: Paul Newman and a ride home.